We got an entire set revealed overnight, and they finally revealed the date for Bushiroad Springfest. I'm Mr. Timeleap, and you're watching Cardfight Update.
Stand up! Vanguard!
Hey Cardfighters, welcome back to another Cardfight Update. Yesterday we talked about the newest releases of the cards for Bermuda Triangle and the updated to the international ban list. And when I thought I was done for this week, yet again Bushiroad decided to drop an enormous bombshell of an information bomb on us this night. And that was none other than an entire set reveal of the upcoming Revival collection for the English format. And at the same time, I'm going to take the liberty to talk about the dates for Springfest, as I don't have another good timing to talk about it, so you guys are up to date and with the upcoming dates for Springfest worldwide. So first off, for those who don't know about a Revival collection, it's a special reprint set that was introduced 2 years ago in 2017 that allows for the English format, so for the English players, not Japan, to have a reprint set of older cards or special Japanese exclusive promo cards to have access to these specific cards. And this is great for competitive play and also for collectors, as it allows us to get cards that might be underprinted or very expensive in the secondary market, and it's just healthy for the game in general. So we are happy to see it once again. So let's get into the general information for this Revival collection for set 2, as this is a little bit different than the old one. The biggest collection of the reissue cards in a single product is back. All cards are featured with a premium treatment holo. Also, to thank you for all of the support over the years, all these cards will come with frameless ability text, so you get to see more of each illustration. So every card is going to have a special holo treatment, and they are going to be full art SP-like, just in the SP styles that we've seen in G-era. And the big thing about this special reprint set is that it's also going to include all the Z-Arf Dragon and the Dragon, the deity of destruction, Gize himself. And also, they're going to look a little bit different, as you're going to see with Ultima right now. They have a different kind of workaround. They have a different kind of golden plating on them, and they have the SP treatment, as well as the banner of all the clan icons on the left side of the cards. And you can see it with Ultima, and this night they also revealed the new Megiddo version of this card, and they look really amazing, and I'm really excited for the other cards, for Dust for example, and for Stark, how they are going to look with this new treatment. And of course, the Revival collection is very unique in the sense that every clan is going to be supported, like we've seen in the Fighters collection set in the Jira. So we've seen all the clans going to be featured, and each clan is going to get one popular G unit, one G Guardian, and one grade 1 Stride support. For those who aren't familiar with Stride and the Stride grade 1 Stride support, to be able to stride through your grade 4s, you need to discard a total of grade 3 or more from your hand to pay the cost to be able to stride. These specific grade 1s allows you to pay that cost for only discarding this specific card. So it features as a grade 3 when you discard it. A little bit like the Wedge Move Drago kit that we've seen in standard for Gear Chronicle. So with this, we know that for each clan we're going to get a popular G unit. But before we go into the list, as that's been completely revealed, it's not entirely true with this criteria, because if you're going to see the list, you see that there actually are two specific criteria that they are working with. One is that it can be a popular G unit that's very useful in the competitive scene, that's in every kind of deck going to be run, so that's why it's handy to reprint it. But the other criteria is that this set is focused around people that are coming from standard and they have a gateway to go into premium. So these new G units and strides that is going to be reprinted need to be able to work well with the standard series cards that we got, that basically only standard player got access to. So that means if a certain archetype is heavily promoted in standard, then we need to have a specific archetype stride card that is going to accompany that specific deck. So it might be the case that not the most ideal or the most popular unit is chosen in this sense. So you're going to see that with the upcoming list. I'm not going to go into each and every individual card, as this is more a general overview and to showcase what cards are in the set. I will showcase the whole list on the video itself, but I'm not going to go into every card. I am going to do that in a future video, just like any other set review, and that will probably be on the channel when we get every art of all these cards, as soon as we only got a couple of cards revealed with this new treatment. And I want to showcase all these awesome new arts with their hot stem version, SP version in their full gloriness, so we have to wait and see for that video for later down the road. We can see that on top we have all the Zero Dragons, and the first interesting thing that I want to point out is that we have the G unit for Kagero is Supreme Heavily Emperor Dragon, Dragoning Overlord the Purge. And this is one of those cards that I want to showcase that it's not necessarily the most iconic or the most popular G unit, as Overlord in Premium isn't that great. Overlord isn't really doing that well, and sure, people have tried it because the new support cards and the new standard cards are Overlord centric, and now with probably the new card that Kai is going to use in the series is going to be Dragonic Kaiser, the Dragonic Overlord the Great, means that there's more Overlord support coming our way, but it's not really that great in Premium as it doesn't do that much, and it's basically the other builds that are performing a little bit better. And in a sense, the popular G unit I would have chosen should have been Ziegenberg, as it's more useful and it works more in different kind of builds. But because Standard is all Overlord centric, it makes sense that it chosen the Purge, as the Purge is the strongest Overlord stride that we've got. So in that sense, it makes sense. And the same can be said about our original deleter Agorg, as deleter is the main thing for deleters. Another also thing about pointed out is the Metapulsar Alternate Dragon. This is basically not a great card for Gear Chronicles Striding. We got so many other better cards, but the only reason why I think they chose this thing, it's basically the only stride that works well with the standard deck, as it binds extra cards, so it works towards your grade 4 Mystery Flare Dragon, and it basically embodies what standard is doing in a general sense of how Premium works. It's probably not that great of a card, but from a standard point of view, it makes sense. And it's also the same for Maiden Lily Musketeer Captain for General Cecilia. It's not a great stride, but it's okay in Musketeers. As seen as the VR for Musketeers, or better known for Neo Nectar, is Cecilia as well, it makes sense that they reprint Cecilia as the stride card for Neo Nectar. But if you were going from a competitive point of view, then something like Wilhelmina would have made much more sense. But to get standard players into Premium, then this is a fine alternate option. Then if we go further down the list, there's another interesting one, and that's Conqueror Supreme Dragon, Dragonic Vanquisher V-Buster. This is a very logical pick in the sense that this card for Narukami, as this is the only Narukami stride that works with this V support for Narukami, as all the V support Narukami stuff all works with binding from rearguard to the bind zone, and all the other old G-era Narukami stuff usually retires and then binds, and bind from the drop zone. V-Buster is the only stride or Vanquisher card that literally binds directly from the rearguard circle, so it will interact with the new support card. So it makes sense that they reprint this one. Same as for Victor and X-Gallop, they're very generic cards. Alexandros, also very generic. Overwhelm, very generic. And you can see it with the rest of the cards, it's very generic. But another one that I want to point out, it's basically the same as with the Purge. Supreme Heavenly Emperor Dragon, Defeat Flare Dragon as the G-Guard for Kagero. Again, doesn't really make that much sense, as it's not really the greatest G-Guard to run, as I personally would have picked something like Denial Griffin, and that's iconic and run in every Kagero deck. But then again, it's an Overlord-centric deck that's run in Standard, and then this card makes a lot more sense that they chose this G-Guard over Denial Griffin. So as you can see, it's mostly focused around either getting the standard build up to date with a little upgrade to Premium, but not really that much for the competitive scene. But there are some things that I'm scratching my head around, as the one for Gold Paladin doesn't really make sense, as they chosen Holy Sword of Heavenly Law Gurgit. And again, some people already pointed out that maybe the Helios would have been a better pick, but then again, the main support for Standard is all Azel focused, so why did they not go for the Azel Stride? And the Azel Stride is pretty damn expensive the last time I checked out, because they were bought out everywhere. And why not choose that one for the reprint? So some things are still giving my question marks of why they choose specific cards, but overall you can see why they either choose a generic card or a more playstyle focus around the cards that we got for Standard. But talking about competitive, let's go over all the upcoming dates for Springfest Team League, as we finally know when they're gonna happen, as we already knew about where they were gonna happen. So first off, the North American, Latin America locations. We have on the 16th and 17th of March, we got USA Rosemont in Illinois, and they got Cardfight Vanguard Standard and Weiss Schwarz on their day 1, and Cardfight Vanguard Premium and Future Card Buddy Fight on their day 2. Next up, we've got the 6th and 7th of April for USA Atlanta, Georgia, and they got as well Cardfight Vanguard Standard and Weiss Schwarz on their day 1, and Cardfight Vanguard Premium and Future Cardfight Buddy Fight on their day 2. Then the next weekend, we've got Canada, Toronto on the 13th and 14th of April, and they as well got Cardfight Vanguard and Weiss Schwarz on the day 1, and Cardfight Vanguard Premium and Future Card Buddy Fight on their day 2. And in the same weekend, we got Mexico, Mexico City, and that's Cardfight Vanguard Standard and Future Card Buddy Fight on their day 1, and Cardfight Vanguard Premium with Weiss Schwarz on their day 2. Then 2 weeks later, on the 27th and 28th of April, we got USA Anaheim in California, and they have Cardfight Vanguard Standard and Weiss Schwarz on their day 1, and Cardfight Vanguard Premium and Future Card Buddy Fight on their day 2. Then on the 4th and 5th of May, we got Canada, Richmond, and on the day 1, they got Cardfight Vanguard Standard with Weiss Schwarz, and Cardfight Vanguard Premium and Future Card Buddy Fight on their day 2. Then at the end of May, on the 25th and 26th, we've got USA White Plains in New York City. On day 1, they host Cardfight Vanguard Standard with Weiss Schwarz, and on day 2, they as well got Cardfight Vanguard Premium with Future Card Buddy Fight. And the last one for North America, Latin America, we've got the 15th and 6th of June in USA, Houston, Texas. On their day 1, they have Cardfight Vanguard Standard with Weiss Schwarz, and on their day 2, they have Cardfight Vanguard Premium with Future Card Buddy Fight. Then over to Europe, my home turf, we've got the first one in Portugal, Lisbon on the 4th and 5th of May. They only have Cardfight Vanguard Standard on their day 1, and on their day 2, they have Weiss Schwarz with Future Card Buddy Fight. Note that the Future Card Buddy Fight will only adopt individual format and not Team League for that specific game. Then the next one is on the 18th and 19th of May for France Mauveau, and on their day 1, they have Cardfight Vanguard Standard with Weiss Schwarz, and on their day 2, they have Cardfight Vanguard Premium with Future Card Buddy Fight. This one will be in Team League. Then next up, we've got the 25th and 26th of May for Greece in Athens. And they only have Future Card Buddy Fight in singles format on their day 1. And on day 2, they only host Cardfight Vanguard Premium. Then next up, we've got the 1st and 2nd of June for Belgium in Antwerp. And they host on the first day only Cardfight Vanguard Premium. And on day 2, they host Weiss Schwarz with Future Card Buddy Fight. But once again, Buddy Fight will only be in the singles format, not in Team League. Then on the 22nd and 23rd, we've got it in Cardiff, United Kingdom. And they host on day 1 Cardfight Vanguard Standard as well as Weiss Schwarz. And on day 2, they host Cardfight Vanguard Premium with Future Card Buddy Fight. Note, you need to register beforehand to enter these competitions. So go to their website to register if you want to enter their team leagues. And lastly, we got Munich in Germany, but of the recording of this video, they haven't released any information concerning when and what they're gonna host. So we have to wait to see for the Germany part of this Springfest. Then on to Asia, Oceania. The first one that they're gonna host is in Malaysia, and that's on the 9th and 10th of March. And on their day 1, they're gonna host Cardfight Vanguard Premium as well as Future Card Buddy Fight. And on their day 2, they're gonna host Cardfight Vanguard Standard. Then next up, we got on the 30th and 31st of March in Singapore, and they host Cardfight Vanguard Premium as well as Future Card Buddy Fight on their day 1. And day 2, we will see once again Cardfight Vanguard Standard. Then next up in Indonesia, on the 6th and 7th of April, they host Cardfight Vanguard Premium as well as Future Card Buddy Fight. But note, this one is also only in singles format. And on day 2, they host Cardfight Vanguard Standard. Then on the 27th and 28th of April, we have the one in Philippines. And on day 1, they host Cardfight Vanguard Standard as well as Weiss Schwarz. And on their day 2, they host Cardfight Vanguard Premium with Future Card Buddy Fight. And the last one for this region is going to be the 29th and the 30th of June in Australia. And they host Cardfight Vanguard Standard, Cardfight Vanguard Premium, Weiss Schwarz and Future Card Buddy Fight. But they haven't disclosed which gonna be hosted on which day. And that can mean either everything is going to be a 2-day tournament, or they haven't decided which is going to be hosted on which specific day. So if you're planning to go to Australia, or you are in Australia and you're going to participate in this one, then please contact the one that's going to host the tournament for more information. And that's about all the locations for Springfest that have been revealed. And I believe these are the only ones that we're going to get. But if you want to hope and guess for more locations, then keep in check on the website. It's on the link down in the description. But basically it's all about the Revival Collection. And as a standard player and an old GR player, I'm very happy that we see this Revival Collection make a return. Is it a good thing for the game? Yes. Is it something that we need? Yes. Is it helping people from standard going into premium? Well, depends. But is this good enough? Hell no. But do we need more? Hell yes. I mean, this set is basically what we need, but not in the way that we got it now, as seen as the last one was 2 years ago. I think it would be a lot better if they make a twice a year thing than once every 2 years. And it's a good initiative. I hope we're going to see more reprint sets. What also can be an option is that instead they make a separate reprint set. They make the current extra boosters and normal boosters a bit bigger. So we have currently in our big boosters, we have 70-ish cards. They can either tag in 10 or 15 cards more depending on how many clans. And these 10 or 15 cards can be GR or premium related support cards. That can be only reprints of strides or specific grade 2s or ones that need for your premium decks. But overall I'm happy that they revived the Revival Collection. And I hope they're going to do it more often in the future, as this is a good start and a good step in the right direction for Vanguard in general. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the upcoming Revival Collection for the English format. For you Japanese players or other series players, I'm saddened to say that this is only for the English format, and as far I don't think they're going to release it in any other language. So I'm sorry for that. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the upcoming Revival Collection, as well as finally knowing the dates for Springfest. Which one are you going to participate in? And if you're in Europe and you're participating in the more northern region of Europe, then I hope to see you guys over there and we can play a game. I'm Mr. Timeleaf, and I'll see you guys in the next one.